Hi, my name is Mike Obey, National Consultant with Ambit Energy, and today's topic is going to be how to prioritize your written list of prospects. Now, we know in this business the key is to get as many people as possible to look at an Ambit Energy presentation. And a big problem that people do with this company is, or any company, they prejudge and they don't put certain people on the list. I mean, you want to have a big of a list as possible, but what a lot of people do is they prejudge, and they try to say that, you know, I know this guy named John, but John's not going to do Ambit. He doesn't have the time to do it, or he's too busy, or he's too lazy, and people prejudge and don't put that person, him or her, on that list, and it's a mistake. You want to go out there and show everybody. To me, I personally sponsored over 200 people, and I personally believe I'm going to sponsor hundreds of more people in my career with Ambit Energy. And if I would have basically held back people and prejudged and not showed everybody, I wouldn't have had the success that I've had. I go out there, I treat every person fairly and equally. I don't care if they're 18 years old or 80 years old. I don't care about their race or their background or anything. I don't care if they're into sales, not into sales. What I do is I go out there, I treat every person fairly and equally, and I show the presentation to as many people as I can, and then it just becomes a simple numbers game. Some people say yes to the opportunity, some people say no, some people say maybe, and that's a total different topic we'll get into one day on how to handle yeses and nos and maybes. But you want to learn to prioritize your list. See, when I got started in the business, I knew my goal was to get to the national consultant level, and I accomplished that, and that was my goal, to get from marketing to regional to senior to executive to national consultant, and that was my goal. I wanted to get to the top from the minute I seen his presentation 6.5 years ago, and I knew the only way to get there was by just building a big organization as quick as possible. So the first day I joined, I wanted to start getting consultants on my team. So the first day I joined, I was so excited, and I actually joined by watching a video. So I was so excited, I wanted to get this business going. What did I do? I went to the easiest people first. So when I tell you to go out there and prioritize your list, think about it. If you have a list of people in front of you, maybe categorize into 3 different groups. Write down the people first. People that you have a great relationship with. Somebody that will give you, let's say, an hour of your time, no matter how you ask for it. They'll give you an hour of your time no matter what. These are your closest friends, maybe your family members, people you've done favors for, people that maybe you have credibility with, the people that look up to you, maybe business-wise, financial-wise. See, you always want to do things that give you the greatest chance, the greatest percentage of people saying yes to initial appointment, to sit down with you and give an hour of your time. Even though you might not need an hour of your time, but these are people that will give you an hour of your time. They're first on your list. That's who I would target first. You're not going after the very difficult multi-millionaire business guy who you don't know that well. You might want to contact him down the line once you get some experience, some more confidence, and you're learning what you're doing. Then you contact that person, and you know what? Now that person joins, rather than being in your MC or your RC code, that person joins in your SC or your EC or your national code when they work 3, 4, 5 times, if not more, the amount of money with that person. So the first group of your list are people that will give you 1 hour of your time. These are people you have a great relationship with, great credibility with, they look up to you, and they're probably all going to say yes when you invite them to look at a 20, 30-minute presentation. So they are first, and that's what I did. The first day I joined, I got my car, I drove to one of my buddy's houses, and I seen his car was there. I parked my car, knocked on his door, and he answered, said, "How you doing?" I shook his hand, I had a DVD in my hand. And I said, "Chris, you gotta see this." He says, "What is it?" I said, "This is the best thing I've ever seen. Sit down and look at it." And he sat down and looked at it with me. And I knew he was gonna look at it with me because he was my good friend. Business-wise, I had more credibility than him. I had more success than him. And he says, "Mike, if you're doing this thing looks great, I wanna do it." So right away, I got my first consultant in the first hour or 2 that I joined the business. So that's your first group of people. People that are going to give you the highest percentage of them actually saying yes to an appointment. That's number 1. And then more likely, if you have credibility and a good relationship with them and they like their opportunity, you'll have a greater chance of these people saying yes to joining you in business. Second group, people that will give you 30 minutes of your time. Okay, you don't know them well, but not as good as the first group. You have credibility with them, but maybe on an even level. Maybe you guys both make the same amount of money. Maybe business-wise, you're on the same level. Your friendship is great, but not best friends. These are your second group. You go to these people after you went to all the people in your first group. The first group of them, most of them are going to say yes to an appointment. So go to the easier people first. Once you go through all the people in the first group, then you go to people in the second group. They're a little bit more difficult to get an appointment. And once you get their appointments, you show the presentation. But now, by this point, once you go through your first group, you're probably going to be an RC or an SC in the business. Now you're going through the second group of people. And once you go through the second group of people, then you're going to the third group, people that you don't know as well. People that know your name, they will accept a phone call from you. If you talk to them, they know who you are. These are people that are probably more successful than you in life. They probably have more credibility with business than you do. And you might know them a little bit, but not so well. Maybe you visit their business on a weekly basis. Maybe you go to their coffee shop every day and buy coffee. This is somebody you don't know that well. But these people are going to be the harder people, and so you get more experience to learn how to get these people to sit down with you to look at a presentation. So always go with the easier people first, and then you're going to get the experience, the confidence, and then you start going to the higher levels of people. By that time, you're an SC, you're an EC, you're an NC in the company, and now you're getting better people in your higher groups. Think about it. If you go to the toughest people first, you're brand new, and you're trying to go to a multi-billionaire business owner who you only know a little bit, and trying to ask them to give you 30 minutes time, it might be difficult if you're brand new at doing this. As you get better and learn different scripts and different ways to talk to people, you can go to these people. So guys, use all these different ways. Start the easy people first, but you always have to have a written list. It's very, very important to have a list. A list is something on a piece of paper, a notebook, a notepad, a Word document, an Excel spreadsheet, something you can go back to every day and write names down on it. Cross off names when you look at the presentation. Right? Don't cross off a name until that person sees the entire presentation. All right? I'm relentless. I don't stop until I get somebody to see it. If they don't join, they don't join. But I'll do whatever it takes to get people to look at my presentation video